Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I am determined to do a quick tarot reading. And by quick, I mean under 10 minutes, okay? I don't have that much time, so it's almost like I'm kind of being forced to rein it in a little bit. That's my goal. That's the guidance. That's part of the message for you too, that you're giving and giving and giving and giving. But you're giving too much. It feels really good to give. I really love to, I could sit on here all day and just tell you all the things that are coming through. I could be a channel for you. I could pull cards for you. I could find the clarity, like sit in that flow and that light all day, every day. But I do have to be human, and there are other things that I need to do, and everything comes in a balance. Okay, so there's a little bit of structure to the way you do things in whatever area this resonates for you. And it's something that brings you joy. It's like a passion. It's something that you love to do. And it could be even just a relationship, like you love, and you just want to give everything you have to that and focus completely on that and think about that all the time, and or that person or that situation, and or work. You could be a workaholic and you just love what you do so much and you give so much to it. But there isn't an even balance in the disbursement of 144 on my recording. That flow, that expression of you in other areas too. So it ends up being this overgiving, and it ends up being too much. And it's funny because that too much comes from a place of lack. You're doing it because there is something over here, it feels like the cards are over here. There's this thing over here that feels weighted down. It feels heavy. It feels like something I'm avoiding. So sometimes being over here and being in this thing that feels so good is an avoidance tactic to avoid something over here that I know needs to be taken care of. It feels a little bit more uncomfortable. So focusing on something that feels good is an escape almost, right? There are little things that are uncomfortable. There's something that you're avoiding, and you're escaping in this thing that you love to do. You love to ride your bike. I'm just seeing somebody riding a motorcycle or something like that, and you're spending all this time riding your motorcycle, and that's great because it's nice out. Like every minute you get, you're out there like riding your bike or whatever, or on a vacation or traveling or something like that. But that good weather, that you being out on your motorcycle, you being on vacation, conveniently comes up, and you go and you do this conveniently when there's something heavy going on over here, or some sort of thing in your everyday life that feels uncomfortable and you are avoiding something. I'm just going to tell you, when you get back, you are, like when I turn this thing off right here, I am going to have to face this thing. It will be even more obvious. Or it's going to present itself while you're in the middle of your vacation, or while you're in the middle of being on your bike. It's like someone is going to call, and this thing that you've been trying to avoid is going to be like right there in your face, or you're going to like, I just seen this person on a motorcycle, and you stop for gas, and this person that you're avoiding having this conversation where you're going to have to take accountability for something that you did, and you know that you do, and you have to admit it, or whatever. You went for a ride, you clear your head, blah, 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 you love to do it. You stop at a gas station and you literally run into that person. You can't It's not about hiding. You do have to face this thing. And just, you got to surrender to it. Okay? So for me, I should have said it. I mean, I do have a recording timer on there. I should have set a reminder for myself to stop. All right, so that's part of the message that's here. You need a little bit of structure when it comes to what it is that you're doing that you love doing. It's like, okay, but you only have 10 minutes to do that, or, you can only go for 2 days instead of a week, or you can only go for this ride. Yes, I know it's very nice outside and you don't get a chance otherwise to do that, but you got to take care of this thing over here first and then go and do that. So it's going to, or only go for a half an hour. You can't go for, or you need to do this thing first. You need to take care of this thing first before you go. And then you'll only be able to go for half an hour instead of an hour like you had wanted. But it will, the reward, it will feel so sweet and so saturated because you don't have this thing weighing you down because you took care of it. It'll also be a release. Like if you talk to that person and faced this emotion or this situation or whatever it was, and cleared the air, apologized. There is something that you need to apologize for. Owned your behavior, owned something. That bike ride afterwards, that vacation afterwards will be that much sweeter, and it will be really fulfilling and freeing, and it will be less escape and more just you and your element. Okay? Get rid of the defensiveness. This is what I'm saying. There is a habit of defensiveness that you are avoiding seeing something about yourself. And it's like to not have to face something, a part of you, a behavior. You just like walk away. Like this person, someone is mirroring to you a behavior that I'm just telling you can't avoid it anymore. That's what you're running away from. That's what you're escaping. When you come back, I'm seeing somebody like literally just like moving. Like it could be that you're like physically moving. You just keep moving around to avoid something. Or like moving, like being on a motorcycle or traveling or getting in the car and just driving or over exercising. Like, I don't know. When you come back from that, the situation that you're avoiding is going to be tenfold. Until your defensiveness breaks down. Defensiveness. That's this 7 of Wands right here. You have to lay down your sword. I just saw the sword of defensiveness. That's like, it's like a sword. You're like defending yourself against something that you haven't been ready to face about yourself. That now you are. That's why this message is coming up right now. Okay? You are ready. Now, you're also defending yourself against losing something, someone walking away. You're afraid that something that you did, something that you said, or a lie, or something that you didn't say, is going to cause them to leave. But the defensiveness against admitting it actually creates that situation and makes them leave anyway. So it's self-fulfilling. The defensiveness, like, it's this fear of not wanting to be alone, but it pushes them away. Your defensiveness pushes them away. That fear pushes them away, and you end up alone. Or the fear, like I have this fear of being fired. The fear of being fired, it almost like becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, creates this defensiveness in me to not want to have to face a behavior of my own or something like that. the way I'm communicating. I'm not sure what it is, but it will cause that situation. Finding a balance. It looks very out of balance right now, and I'm at 10 minutes on my clock. So past, present, future also. Past, present. Defensiveness is now. You are surrounded by your own defensiveness right now. And in the middle of escape. I'm in the middle of this video right now, in the middle of an escaping, and I have to go to work right after this. Putting it off. Future, you're going to see the imbalance of this. I do feel like this is a choice too. You're going to have to make a choice. It's like one or the other. Let me get some more information about that. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. If you get to a point where it's like one or the other, you're not going to be fulfilled in either one. There's a lot of overthinking right now. And fear and just really being stuck in your mind. There are a lot of options. You got to feel these options. So the defensiveness is stopping you. Man, this is so present right now. It's just like the ripple effect of that. All the cards that are sitting here on the table, just dark and doom and gloom. Comes from an energy of like defending something about you that you don't want someone else to see. But they see it anyway in your detachment, in the energy that you become when you are defensive. So if you continue in this defensive energy, the energy after this is doom and gloom and sadness and confusion and not understanding your choices, not having clarity, really stuck in your head, lack, imbalanced, really just imbalanced energy, especially in your money. That's Pentacles, being left out in the cold. Like, this is all very depression energy right here. Now, there is hope. I do see a lot of hope in this. This is all dark and gloomy and stormy and gray. In the gray, there is the chance for light. You do have other opportunities. You have other ways of approaching this situation. Can I go back and change things? It's like all of this is blocking your ability to see your options. All of this is blocking your ability to see. It's in the way. Blocking your ability to see your options. There's a lot of confusion here. Confusion about why I'm frozen. It's like she's frozen in place. She's observing these things, but she can't act on any one thing. This defensiveness is the cause of that. So you can, in this moment, see that, own it, take accountability. This is accountability. You have to take accountability for yourself, for something that you said, for something that you did. Own yourself, own your energy. And like what it is that's around you is going to become clear. Like the reason for this or the reason for that, reason for being alone or whatever is going to become clear. And your options are going to present themselves and you will have a more balanced choice. But this default to defensiveness and protecting yourself, this is like survival mode here too. The default to that, it has to be reprogrammed. It's just like this default to shifting into your head and overthinking and or overdoing or escape. Fawn, your fawn response, your flight response. Fawn and flight is here. It causes that. You got to come back to it. You're always going to come back to it. That's what I got. It's on the bottom. 8 of Pentacles. It's time to work together. It's time to work together towards a shared goal. What is your shared goal? Someone is trying to help you. Someone is trying to move towards something with you. And you are defending yourself against it because you're afraid of losing it. But in the meantime, you are resisting partnership. There is a partnership here when you remove the defensiveness. You're going to see that option. You will see it. There's a new option. There's a new way of looking at things that will help you move into this partnership. Okay, that could be business, that could be relationship, any kind of friendship, family, whatever. It could be any kind of partnership. There's an energy of family, familial pattern, ancestral patterning that's sitting in the middle of all of this. That's the gray. That's the gray. That's not your energy, okay? That is your experience from the past. That was the influence of your another generation's way of looking at things, and it doesn't apply to you. Now it's time to, that's when I'm seeing the church too. It could be the influence of religious energy, that there's a part of it that doesn't apply to you. It's a very gray area, and it just, that is very restrictive, and it stops you from really feeling. It doesn't give you all the options. It doesn't show you all your options. It's just like, this is the way, this is the thing. Otherwise, bad, bad, bad. There's a different way of working with that. There's a different way of working with that spiritual energy, okay? And it will lead to more abundance, okay? That's what I got. Love you. 6 minutes past my time. I tried. I'm getting there. At least it's not 20 minutes. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.